Hello, beautiful people. I am back. I'm still struggling, and I do feel like there are forces working against me. Um, anyway, I'm going to push through and proceed. Still, see what in the hell? Because every kind of sound that you wouldn't normally hear, I'm just hearing in every kind of situation I'm encountering. Okay, so I've been up and down, still experiencing a lot of things. Um, yeah, it's been rough. I had a scare a couple days ago. That was a really scary experience. I had a daughter that's trying to come out and see me. That was a joke. I've just been experiencing a lot of things, and yeah, just really trying to get through them and experience them and do whatever is needed to be done or not done in that aspect. Um, Something that Spirit put on my heart for many years was to do a cord cutting ritual. And I'm sorry if there's any excess noise. Hopefully, this microphone does justice of tuning out the noise and just tuning into my voice. But if there's extra noise, apparently the world just wants to be very distracting right now, but it's okay. Uh, but yeah, Spirit had to call me to do a cord cutting ritual, but for so many years I avoided it. I didn't do it. I just kept pushing it off. Until finally one day I woke up and it was just like, oh, this is the day it needs to get done. There's no more waiting. There's no more hiding. There's no more. This needs to get done. And so I did it. And so I can't do nothing but laugh at this. Like somebody's literally outside of the balcony singing. Not a lot of people come over here. Not a very traveled road. And someone just parks and starts loudly singing in so many cars. Okay. Anyways, I went through with the cord cutting ritual, and it invoked a lot of feelings for me of like my inner child in that time being I experienced a lot of things, and I've been getting the signs and hits about like people having ill will towards me and kind of like wishing on my downfall. And uh, I've been ignoring it because I was wanting, I'm wanting to believe in like myself and not put any belief into other people and their negative, in their negativity. And I very much, let's see, I do believe, I do believe genuinely that if you put the energy and the belief into needing protection, then you're creating something to protect yourself from. However, I did experience people have free will and free choice, and they can choose what they do with their power, even if they are not aware of their power. And so, if they speak ill towards you or of you, or think about you intensely and things in that matter, that can still send energy your way that will affect you. And so, in a way, you still need to do protection from that. But I still didn't want to quite hold on to that belief, uh, which delayed me from doing this process for such a long time. But regardless, I got down to it. I did it, and it really just like invoked my confusion and sadness because it. I just kept thinking like, why hate me? Like I've done nothing. I've done nothing but try to be kind to people, but try to be there for people, but try to assimilate to people and really show them like love and yes, in return I want to love, but okay, yeah, so many distractions, and I feel like I can speak at my regular voice without having to tame it to not bother other people on their balconies. Um, that's wild. It just really still shows like the energies like that are really trying to come against me. I still don't like I don't want to hold the belief because I don't want to give it power or them power, but I also do acknowledge now like the amount of energy being sent my way that is not of the highest light and love, and that is literally being sent to me to deter me, to destroy me, to block me. And that's unfortunate, and especially because I really come from a place of genuineness and loyalty and kindness, of really wanting to be there for people and help people and just wanting to have a great relationship with people. And so whenever I'm establishing that, it I genuinely come from a place of good intention. And so it just confused me so much as to like why people hate me, why people don't want the best for me, why people are sending this energy my way and wishing me to have a hard time and all the such things. And it really kind of put me in a low point. And just like all I wanted to do was love people, and all I wanted to do is help people and also show people just like a different experience than what I've experienced, and just like to just spread that. And yet all I've experienced and most of what I've experienced has been like a bunch of just negativity and a bunch of people's darkness. And later learned, of course, that that was my journey. That's something that I chose to experience so that I could learn. That was a journey for me. Um, and and it's just also sad. It's just like I really genuinely come from a place of love, and it just like unfathomable to wrap my head around like the hate being sent to me from whoever's sending it to me. I kind of have a notion of who it is, but I don't completely, truly, like officially know. I do feel like soon it will be revealed to me who it is. But yeah, it so watching the whole candle burn and everything, like my side was just like calm, steady, stable fire, and the other side, like once the core cut, it was just like crackling and burning and popping, and I'm just like, this is wild, like this is crazy. And also it just showed like the part of me that wanted to remain ignorant to the whole energy of this, to the whole learning and understanding of, people sending bad vibes your way, people sending you evil eye. um I was just like, I'm just like so genuine. Like, who would really want to hurt me, or who would really want me to not succeed and not share more of my love? But it's truly unfortunate to experience that and have people who wish ill upon you when all you want is for people to be happy and successful and not have to experience hardship and suffering and all the things that are really hard in life. Uh, and in that, I've come to terms with it, understood it, and just like, trying to work on up in my protection work. Also, yeah, mostly just up in my protection work and being consistent and faithful and devoted to that and understanding like the full grasp of what it is to protect myself and how that looks, without going too much into like all the worry of it. If that makes sense. And in that, it also awakened my understanding and like me seeing like how I was also too in a way burning away the hatred of myself, like the hate that I felt for myself and the disdain I felt for myself, and where the parts of me that I felt like I couldn't forgive myself for choices and decisions that I made in my life that led me to unfavorable decisions and circumstances. And that really put a lot of pressure on me actually. But anyway, yeah, just fully realizing like, oh wow, okay, I too also hated myself, and that was an aspect that was burning away and that I had to sit with and be with and start to really reflect and see and confront where I can forgive myself and switch my belief and restructure, redo uh, how I interact with myself, how I speak to myself, um, how I come at myself in a certain way that is has not that is no longer established in the systems and cycles that I was brought up in on how to feel about myself, because I very much was brought up in a cycle and a system to put myself down first and hate myself and condemn myself so harshly, so badly, and to cater to the other person. And that meant also to put myself down and sabotage myself and like really suppress and detriment myself in a way, if that makes sense. And so being with that, sitting with that has been hard. It's brought up a lot. I, yeah, I don't want to go into the details of it because it was really scary experience and I'm still like processing and trying to be like not be with it but like make sure that that doesn't come up again, and if I do feel called to talk about it I will. But other than that, yeah, like why people gotta hate on people who don't want to hate them? Like I don't want to hate anybody. I don't wish hate on anybody. I don't like if you do me wrong, and you definitely could see the other side of me if you wrong me or wrong my family or wrong the people that I care about. But yes, still like there are things that I still wouldn't wish to happen to someone regardless. But I'm thankful because that led me to seeing the parts of myself that I need to still work on and sit with that are still in hatred of my own self, and where I need to amplify my own love for self and step more into my depth of unconditional love and understanding and empathy and compassion. And in the words of in the advice that I got recently, that starts with me first. And so, yeah, that's where I'm going to begin. And it feels good to actually record this and sit like and come back to this. Um, I am hoping to at least commit to posting once a week consistently on the same day. We'll see how that goes. Posting consistently on one day every week. Um, yeah, just kind of reestablishing this trust, this commitment to myself that's not rooted in sabotage. It's not rooted in condemning myself, and more so from a space of love, more so from a space of truly wanting to create, and the space of wanting to really share and help others, because I genuinely have care and passion for that. So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I shall see you on the next one. Thank you. Much love.